which is getting into even more controversy. And let's talk about the traitors, because apparently Michael Rapaport has been a damn nuisance on the show. And here's the thing. Did the show just start airing last week? Like, yeah, last week was the premiere, right? Am I bugging? Because when I looked on Peacock, it said 5 episodes is up. But there's a reason why they said that they dropped a bunch of episodes. Because I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way with it only being 5. Well, first of all, if the show was supposed to start around the same time as Drag Race, or maybe a week later, right? There's no way you can get 5 episodes up, and we only about what's today's date? 15? 3 weeks in. 2.5 weeks, I'll say, because New Year's was January 1st, or January 1st being a Thursday. So they said there's a reason why there's 5 episodes already available to watch of the Traitors on Peacock. And we'll get into that in a second. But apparently, Michael Rapaport got his ass handed to him last night on the episode of The Traitors, because apparently he had said something where he was trying to go in and let have on Colton Underwood. And people determined or felt that what he had said towards Colton was homophobic. So they had an extremely tense round table where they said the episode was titled "If You're Gonna Come For Me, I'll Finish You." Not y'all trying to do it off of a Kenya Moore writ, "Don't come for me unless I send for you," which premiered on yesterday on the 15th of January. Now, everything kicked off when Colton Underwood, a 33-year-old TV personality and former professional football player, called out Rapaport, a 55-year-old comedian and actor, for rallying against him during the day. Then Rapaport's aggressive gameplay amped up as he took a swing at Underwood's personal life, sparking some of the people to accuse him of being homophobic. Now, we do have that clip. NBC, please don't come for me, because I got this off Instagram. But if it turns out we may have to edit it out, so be it. But I want to play y'all this clip because it was juicy. But hold on. We're going to play it and we're going to come back and talk. Please hold.
Angry, I'm pissed off, and I am isolated because of him. Him. And nobody in this room would be better at holding a secret than you.
And you.
There it is.
There it is. You're a traitor.
You think it was fun for 29 years of my life?
Oh, no. It has nothing to do with it. I think you came into this game loving the idea of being a traitor.
You said because I held a secret for 29 years,
I didn't say you held a secret for 29 years.
You insinuated it.
You're a traitor.
You can't blame somebody being forced into a closet for the majority of their life.
I'm not talking about closets.
That's what we took it as, or I took it as anyway.
What did you mean by that? You should clarify.
His behavior is of a traitor. His behavior is secretive, it's conniving, it's chirping, it's commiserating, it's cowardly.
Very low blow.
I don't think it was.
It was.
Well, you're wrong.
It wasn't intended to be.
Well, it was.
Michael, he took it that way.
I apologize if you took it that way.
No, we get to take it how.
Take it however you want. This is a traitor. You're a traitor, a commiserating, colluding traitor. Commiserating. Colton.
Commiseration means to feel sorry for someone.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I'm sorry, that's driving me nuts.
I'm angry, I'm pissed off, and I am isolated because of him.
So y'all pretty much got to say, hold on, let me Google. What does commiserating mean? It says to express or feel sympathy or pity. So basically, it was saying that y'all was feeling sorry for him. So that's basically why y'all was all rallying behind him. Now, here's the thing. I will say this. As polarizing as Michael is, I really do not think that he meant it in a homophobic way. The fact of the matter, maybe I think his wording was a little out of whack. And because he's so damn annoying and he got up on a lot of people's skin, they wanted him out of that damn house, which, spoiler alert, they kicked his ass off the show last night. Hence why you got all 5 episodes, because they were like, y'all were hating Michael Rapaport so much on this show, they had to get all them episodes out at once so y'all could just get him off the show, and now we could proceed with the weekly episodes. So that's why, if y'all wondering how all of a sudden they jumped to Michael Rapaport being on, being gone, is because y'all hated him so much. They were like, okay, we got to rush these episodes. We'll get into the TMZ report in a second. But him going to be like, nobody's better at holding a secret. It's like, yeah, we all know that if you watch The Traitors, it's all about being treacherous. It's all about holding secrets. It's about doing other things. However, him being someone who went on a show like The Bachelor, where he pretended he liked vagina, and then years later, with all the problematic things, we're going to put all that aside. We talking about the gay stuff. Because remember, there was like things of him stalking the girl or whatever the case was, all that notwithstanding. Him coming and being like the guy who was in the closet for a long time and finally came to terms with himself, it's like, oh, I could milk this, because he didn't say all the years that you were holding a secret. But the way that you went about it is kind of like, oh, you could play into that, and why you could see why he took it the way he took it. So why I don't think that's what you meant, it didn't help matters. And with you also being annoying, I can totally see why they all wanted your ass off the show. So they finally got their wish. But a lot of people think like all this being messy and all this other stuff is good TV. Sidebar, y'all know Taylor Swift future mother-in-law is on the show too? Yeah, Travis Kelce mother. I don't know what her celebrity status is. She's on the show too. Donna Kelce. So so yeah, when you going over and saying nobody would be better at holding a secret than you, why you think the people wouldn't take it the way that they took it? So yeah, so then of course people had to jump online and give their comments. One person said Michael Rapaport wanted to use Colton Underwood's being in the closet as ammunition to banish him. This is what one person posted online. They also concluded this dude has no morals. Another shared Michael saying Colton will be a good traitor because he's good at keeping secrets. The post was accompanied by a gif of heated rivalries Hudson Williams looking deeply confused. And so yeah, but then he also said that, okay, so now the TMZ report basically went on to say, Traitors cast, they couldn't wait to get him out of the house. So they said Michael Rapaport's explosive comments before his banishment pissed off Traitors cast members, which was par for the course while shooting, because they learned they couldn't stand his ass the entire time. Well, they said the guy, but I said his ass. Now, the source close to production of season 4 tells TMZ the cast thought Michael was toxic on set, and they were all very happy when his time on the show came to an end this week on the 5th episode. They were also told the rumor circulated on set that the network thought viewers would be so put off by his behavior, Peacock pushed out his final episode early to get him off fans' TVs. However, a network source denies the rumor, telling us the rollout and his banishment are a total coincidence. The show didn't betray him. Oh, please. And it said, they voted, to banish him from the show, which was spurred by an explosive roundtable discussion where they seemed to imply Colton, who was a homosexual man who was closeted for years, was better off holding a secret than anyone else in the room. Rapaport apologized. And, when it comes to, just like I said, when it comes to white people and it comes to racism, I think y'all be having blind spots when it comes to gay stuff too. And it's like, y'all got to be very conscious of some of the words that y'all use when you dealing with people who are marginalized. Yes, at the end of the day, Colton is a white male, like Michael Rapaport is. The difference is Michael Rapaport is a heterosexual white male, and Colton is not. So every now and again, I know a lot of y'all like to just cut to your whiteness, but y'all will get reminded of other things when it comes down to that you're a minority in certain situations, that be your gayness. So I just feel like, yeah, you got reminded of some stuff, and now it is what it is, and Michael's off the show, but he went up saying this. He said, I played a hard game, I played a real game, and I had a fun time. And one had a fun time. And he said, never wanted to offend anyone watching or the cast. Sincerely, the dopest, smartest, realest, best look. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. And best looking to ever walk in that castle. It sucks, but I fell back into a corner and I tried to fight my way out of it. Maybe I fought too hard. I meant what I meant within the context of the game. And we've seen people on the show where they've said some crazy stuff and they back themselves into a corner and they try to fight their way. They did that last season. We saw that with certain people and ended up getting a chop. We saw that with Bob the drag queen when she was doing it. She was getting everybody going for the lawn. All of a sudden, everybody just did this harsh turn on her. Then turned to find out she was a traitor. But And then he also went to say it had nothing to do with his sexuality. I really sincerely apologize if I offended Colton or anybody in the house. That absolutely was not my intention. I'm a fan of the game. I played hard and I played a good game, except for when I went a little too far, which sucks. Well, it seemed like you just be doing too much and people just don't. And you have to realize when y'all be going too hard and y'all be like, oh, yeah, I'm a hardcore fan of the show. That's when people turn on you. Because remember, Todrick had to deal with that too when he was on Big Brother. Oh, I'm a huge fan of the show. And then when you are a huge fan of the show and then y'all get too caught up in it, then you start to turn people off. So it's like you got to know how to yeah, you could be a fan of the show, but you also got to realize that you're on a TV show. So you got to find that balance of, oh, I'm gonna play the game, but also you got to try to win over the audience too. It's like chicken. But Michael, you've always been a polarizing figure, and that's why I said if you really think if you can win over America with you being on the Traitors, makes you think you're gonna be able to beat Zoran Mamdani 4 years from now, trying to be the mayor of New York. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard, but we did a story about it a couple of weeks ago. Michael Rapaport was talking about that he wants to be the mayor of New York because he don't like Zoran, the moron. That's what he calls him because he's so clever. So if you can't even win over America on a TV show, you ain't winning over New Yorkers. So don't waste your breath or your time or your money. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this episode? Have you seen the latest or the story? Have you seen the latest episode of The Traitors? What do you think of Michael Rapaport's very brief 5-episode stint on the show? Did you like him? Did you think he played a great game? Do you think what he said towards Colton was homophobic? Or do you think that Colton saw an opportunity and he was able to work it in a way where he looked like the victim? And because they didn't like Michael on the show because of how he was behaving, this was their great ammunition to get against him and find a way to get him out of the house. So he pretty much was the doing of his own demise. So I say all this to say, whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.